Hi my friends, today we model this part, interesting part, with this drawing. We start by creating this external volume of revolution. Dimensions: diameter of 140, 38, and radius 56. Let's get started. New, standard millimeter size PT, then this plane with a rectangle here. Dimensions are 38 with this midpoint aligned with this center point. We project the axis X as a center line. Then we disable center line. Dimension, this is 140, and this is radius 59 multiplied by 2, and we have this fully constrained sketch. Revolve. Okay. Next is this another cylinder with dimensions 64, 42 and placement at 26 from the first revolving body. And you see 57 is this dimension placed at 13. We use again XY plane for a new sketch. F7, we draw a rectangle somewhere in the space, dimension of 57 placed at 13 from this side. Then we draw a line here with dimension of 27 from the center point. This is a center line, and one diameter is 64 and the other is 42. We have to place two dimensions. That dimensions are these two ends. If you want to have here a fully constrained sketch, we place coincident this point with this line and this point with this line. Now fully constrained sketch. Finish, revolve, this and this. I should make this construction to have only one close contour, but Inventor is good with us. Now we have to apply this fillet of radius 7. Here is that fillet. we select this face, F7, we project this circle and this circle, then we place two arcs between that circles. 7 is the radius. Also here, where the radius is also 7, tangent to both circles, finish sketch, extrude, 1, 2, to this face. Okay, very good. Now we create this strong spoke. Dimensions: this ellipse placed in this plane. This plane is tangent to this circle, and the taper is 6 degrees. You have dimensions here, 14 and 20 in that plane. New plane based on XZ and tangent to the upper generator of this internal cylinder. Then we select this plane for a new sketch, F7, and we create an ellipse with this center and this shape. Dimensions, as you know, this is 14 and this is 20. Finish sketch, extrude, 6 divided by 2 to the part. 6 divided by 2 with minus. We want to be conical up. Okay. We hide this plane. Now we can apply the chamfers, 2 at 45, and fillets, radius 6, to our part. I select this, two is by default, and I can select all the other edges. Okay. Then fillet here of 6, and also here. Okay. The last feature is this keyway. Dimensions here 9.5, 24. Let's do this. We select this face. We create a rectangle. We project this circle to have a center, and we apply coincident of this midpoint with this center. Dimensions 9.5. And 24. Finish sketch, extrude, everything or only this, no problem, to the other direction all the way to cut the part. Now I see that this first feature is thinner than it must be. Let's see what happens here. Double click, and this dimension is double of 56, and here is 59, not 56. 56 multiplied by 2. Okay, I accept what happens, and I suppose that fillet here is with a problem. Double click here, and this must be modified. What to do? Double click here, yes, and we eliminate 3 profiles, and we select this profile and this profile. Okay, now everything is okay. I suppose that we finished this part. Let's see what is the volume. Properties, physical, update, copy, close, drawing, double click, and the new value is almost the same. You see, we keep the last value because this is what we did here together. Maybe the other is wrong. The material for this part is steel wrought. You see, we go to view, we change default IBL to default lights, then I want to see some granulation. This is why I go to steel cast to be this, and I change the granulation. You know this procedure. Double click, and we move this to say 44. You see, another granulation is here. Okay, then we select this face, press the shift key, select also this, select, press the shift, and we select the other 2 faces, how to be polished. And now we have the final presentation of this part. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.